Hello and welcome to the Farmers' Day edition of News Desk. My name is Mapisa Sibidi and it's a pleasure to have you here on the Joy News Channel, your home of independent, fearless and credible journalism. In a bit, we'll be taking you live to Cape Coast in the Central Region for the live broadcast of the Farmers' Day commemoration, where we appreciate the work of the gallant men and women who provide food for the country. We'll also be telling some special stories of individual farmers who are making great impact in their small corners. We have details of these and more in this hour. Stay with us. The best way to enjoy my retirement was to employ myself, and that says retired physician specialist Dr. Frank Bonsu. Now, Dr. Bonsu has embraced his passion, which is farming, and he has gone back to his village at Nshuta in the Ashanti region to set up a modern farm. The former manager of the National Tuberculosis Program wants to inspire the younger generation to take up farming as a career. The 62-year-old says it took him 10 years to plan towards becoming a farmer. Joy News Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin has the rest of the story.
It's for sorting the eggs, grading the eggs in sizes. So the small ones and the medium ones come. So everything is automated. We sort them into sizes. So everybody is treated fairly. So when you say you are buying life size, it's according to some specified weight. We don't sort by hand.
Trained as a physician specialist and public health consultant, Dr. Frank Bonsu has worked at all levels of the healthcare delivery system.
I've worked at all levels of the healthcare delivery system. I started working in Cape Coast Regional Hospital. I was the medical superintendent in the Dunkwa Government Hospital. And then I went to do my postgraduate CAIM. I was posted to run the regional health services in Bono Harbour region as a public health specialist and physician and a consultant. I worked several times, trained as an epidemiologist. I came to the national level to run the National Tuberculosis Control Program for many years.
But Dr. Bonsu says one cannot leave his passion.
You can't leave your passion. Medicine has always been my dream, but once I've fulfilled my dream, then I have to do my passion. So I've done with medicine. I refuse to take contract. I refuse to do any consultancies. I just want to settle down and do farming. And I'm enjoying it. But for COVID, which is making everybody a little bit unhappy, but we know it's transient, it will also go away, and then we will be happy.
Though Dr. Bonsu can't quantify how much he has invested into the poultry business, he can boast of 2,000 birds and 300 acres of farmland to cultivate maize to feed the birds.
In a week, you will make sales about 6,000 in a week, based on this capacity of birds, about 2,000 birds capacity, about 6,000 cities. So in a month, yes. In a month, you make around 24,000 Ghana cedis. But then you're going to use this same amount to buy feed, to buy your soya bean and all that, pay your staff and all that. We have a 7,000 bed capacity for farms. We've also acquired some 300-acre land that we cultivate our maize to feed our birds. We have our own feed mill that we use to support feeding the birds. So that's how I came into living in this rural setting.
Dr. Bonsu declined a teaching appointment after retiring to focus on his farming business.
I was given some teaching appointment. I turned it down, all because I wanted to pursue my passion. Because once you get into being employed by a government, you don't have time for yourself. If you are faithful to yourself, then you need to be at work. You can't cut corners. Some of us, because of our Christian background, we just couldn't do farming full time.
Dr. Bonsu was not raised at Nsuta, but he is reuniting with his natives to mentor them into farming, especially those who are not in school.
Now, I've been working, I was based in Korle Bu in Accra before I came. That's where my offices were and I was working. But this is my village. I wasn't raised here anyway, but our dad, growing up, brought us here to make friends in the village. So coming here was not a big issue for me. So I just decided it's better to come and be with my people, and the skills that I've acquired over the years, the experience that I've acquired over the years, I impact to the younger generation. The rural folks, some of them, they need somebody to mentor them. And I thought I could be such a person, mentor the young ones into farming for those who can't pursue higher university degrees. And we've managed to get quite a number of guys who are come here, attachment, study. Some of them are doing grass cutter farming, because I also have a grass cutter farm here. And we do a little bit of snails as well. Snail. We've just started rabbits as well. So we use this place as a kind of training grounds to ask the younger people to come in to see that it can be done.
The retired physician specialist says one doesn't need big capital to start farming.
And that you don't need much big capital. As long as your mother has 1 acre of land and you are ready to commit yourself by way of hard work, we are here to support you. So we make our capacity available to them. If you want us to prepare feed for you, we'll prepare it for you. If you want the know-how, the knowledge, where to secure your birds, we would advise you. We are even planning to brood day-old chicks for them, those who want to go into poultry, because I have a 5,000 capacity to brood day-old chicks in cages. So if you come and we brood it for you to the point of lay, then you can pick the birds and then you can go and start something.
But it took him 10 years to plan towards establishing his farm.
Well, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. When I was working, I knew I would do farming, so I was saving towards it. If you want to do the right things, you need to invest properly. And you can't overnight invest. So I planned for it. Well, it took me 10 years to plan for this. Okay, buy some cages, buy the roofing sheet. You could see the roofing sheet is quality. Because I took time, I was buying them gradually over the years. So you need huge investment capital if you want to do it the way we have done it, where you have to mechanize managing your waste, treating your waste. You need huge investment. But you can start small by doing the deep litter. The deep litter. You can start with 100 birds if you want. Take good care of them. That's what I've been telling the young men in this village. That start small and grow big. But you have additional sources of income. You can set up properly so that your headaches will go down. With this kind of setup, we have little challenges in terms of diseases and all that, because it's properly set up. We have our winching system, you can see, so that when it's raining, we only have to roll it up and protect the beds. If you are starting as a young man, probably you can't do this type of winching system, but you can use polythene bags to protect the beds from getting wet when it's raining. And this is the kind of ideas we shared with our colleagues, young ones down here. And it's been quite helpful. Because I was doing it gradually over a 10-year period, it was very difficult for me to tell you the cost, because if I had some extra money, I'll buy something. I wasn't too much into quantifying the cost, because if I did, I'm sure I would have stopped, because it would have been very frightening, the amount of money that I was putting in, and I wasn't getting anything back. It was just a matter of setting up the infrastructure, and I'm a civil servant. It could have been very frightening, I would have stopped. But if you are to come to estimate it, because some guys came from KNUST to come and do the estimate over the years. They looked at the structure, they look at the cages, they look at all, and then they use current value to do the estimate, and they were talking in the neighborhood of around $150,000 US. And I was telling them, me, look at me, do I have $150,000 US? They said, but this is how much the farm is worth. Okay, so if you don't have a loan, or you don't start gradually over a 10-year period like I did, how can you manage a farm like this? It's all about planning, I guess.
But what is the only issue for Dr. Bonsu?
The only issue is that farming in Ghana, you're on your own. You are on your own, really, you are on your own. And I realized that when I came into it. In terms of seeking money from the financial sector, you might as well forget it. So you need to build on your reserves. And
Dr. Bonsu is currently in a maintenance phase and hopes to make profit between 4 and 6 years to recover his investment.
It's going to take time. In poultry, you need about 4, 5 years, 6 years before you can start to recover your cost. I must say, right now, I would say we are in a maintenance phase. Maintenance in the sense that I'm not putting in my own money in maintaining the birds. What I'm generating is what I'm using to run the farm. Okay, so, but I haven't made profit yet, but I'm not losing money. So I call it the maintenance phase. So with time, when the market becomes good, I hope we will then start making some profit and we will start recovering our costs.
Dr. Bonsu says he has not regretted taking a bold decision to venture into the poultry business. A report by Mohammed Nuruddin.
This Farmers' Day, we're celebrating the gallant men and women who work tirelessly to put food on our tables here in Ghana. Today's event is under the theme Planting for Food and Jobs, Consolidating Food Systems in Ghana, and it's taking place in the central region town of Cape Coast. So while we wait for the full program, let's hook up with our Central Region correspondent Richard Kojo-Nyako for a feel of how the celebration grounds are at the moment. Richard, good morning. Can you please paint a picture for us, and what can you report from the grounds? Richard, if you can hear me, what can you report from the grounds? All right, we're trying to get to Richard Kojo-Nyako. Richard, if you can hear me for the last time, what can you report from the grounds?
College Park, where the much advertised Farmers' Day is scheduled to start any moment from now. The dignitaries have started arriving. They are waiting for the president to arrive. Then the actual program will begin. The Minister of Fisheries and Aquaculture Development is seated. The Minister of Agric is seated. I can also see the 2020 National Best Farmer also seated. Chiefs, MD of ADB, as well as other major stakeholders. If you look at the back of these, the prices for the best fishermen and farmers have been boldly displayed here. You can see the tractor, and there is $100,000 for the first person who emerged the 2021 National Best Farmer. And so there is excitement all over in the air. The week started very well with a lot of activities relative to the Farmers' Day event. There were forum, and topical in these forums were that they need to give proper financing to the farmers and fishermen to enhance or boost their farming and fishing activities. And so we have also been engaging the director of Fisheries Commission, Michael Atadaze, and he is suggesting that there should be a name change because the National Farmers' Day, the name that is there, does not really resonate with the entire thing they are doing because there are fishers also involved. But his comment also was agreed on by MP for Cape Coast South, Kweku Rickett-Hagen, who is a former Central Regional Minister, and he comes from the fishing constituency. They were also supported by Mr. Asamoah Boateng, the former SIGA chairman. And so it's really been exciting here. The event venue is gradually being filled, and people are exchanging pleasantries. A moment to come, the president will be arriving at the event venue. MFA.
All right, Richard, so how's the program lineup looking? What time are we expected to start? Richard, can you hear me?
So let's try and speak with some of the awardees, the award winners here. They come from all over the country. Let's try and catch the eye of some of them. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name?
I'm Edmond Datwa.
So where are you coming from?
I'm coming from Upper West region.
So what are your expectations today?
Farmers, is a great day for us, and we are happy that we are being honored. And I hope that everybody will go back happy, and that it will be an encouragement to other farmers to also put up their best so that we can feed the nation. What do you want to see change in our farming setup? I expect there to be modernization, some type of modernization, so that we can increase production to meet the country's needs.
Okay. So there is a lady seated beside him. Good morning. Okay, that's your wife, right?
No.
Okay, so
an award winner.
An award winner as well. Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, you can't speak any of them. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Let me speak with you. Good morning.
Good morning.
It should be an exciting day for you today.
Yes, exactly.
Where are you coming from?
Northeast region.
What are your expectations today?
We're expecting to get a good award because we've done well in the farming activity. We are farmers, and I believe we've done better, not even small, better. So we deserve a good award today.
Are you hoping that you carry the ultimate prize away?
Yeah, for sure, because by what we've done on the ground, we deserve it. If you don't give us the ultimate prize, then any prize that they give us, we are okay with it as a farmer who is doing.
And what kind of farming do you do?
I have rice farms, maize, corn, soya, a lot. I do crops and I do cattle too, fishing. I have the biggest rice farm, about 4,000 acres of farms in the country.
How long have you been in farming?
I've been for 6 years now. Politician to farmer. I'm a politician as well.
So as a farmer, what do you need to show up your production?
Yeah, I just need a lot of publicity and then machineries that can help harvesting and plowing and all those things. So these are some of the machineries we are looking at. But well, we are doing well. We are doing well in our area. We are doing well, very, very well. And let me formally introduce myself very well to you. I'm the Northeast Regional Chairman of MPP. A regional chairman, not a constituency, Northeast Regional Chairman, Chairman Nuru.
Okay, I hear you. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
I see myself in farming activity in the next 5 years. My aims are just to put my own brand of rice into the Ghanaian market, local rice, so that importing rice into the country will slow down, then we'll make it, because this year alone I had a lot of paddy rice lying down in the village market. Unlike people complain, I heard your news on TV3 talking about rice food price in the Ghanaian market. Rice don't buy up to 300 Ghana cedi in the market. We have rice in the village. My counterpart farmer is here, who is also a chief, a farmer. We are selling rice at 130 cedi per 100 kilos in Northeast region. 130 Ghana cedi for 100 kg of rice in North East region. So whoever tells you rice is buying higher, maybe he sells it somewhere. But if you want rice, come to us in North East region. We can give you a better rice and give you a good price. So we don't.
All of these boil down to quality.
No, we have two quality. We have quality, the paddy rice, local paddy rice. We have agra and other sub rice. We have the rice that when you mail it, you get good quality. This is what we have.
Okay. So thank you very much. So what do you do?
I'm a farmer from North East region.
What kind of farming do you do?
Wow, across board, I'm into crops, rice, maize, and soya, and then I'm also into cattle, sheep, and here and there. In fact, I just farm all.
It might be exciting being a farmer. Share your experience with us.
Farming now is a business, and we're also thinking of putting food on the table for you as well as your farming, and especially when you are doing mixed farming, it helps a lot because this is where you can farm. Then when you are into crops, and then the bad products to your animals, you use it to feed your family. You use it to feed the animal. So I think farming is interesting nowadays. And then, you know, we are now putting local farming at the same time. We are mechanizing it. And now we have a modern way of farming where we use chemicals and spraying. We are not more using hoe here and there to do our farming. So now we are doing commercial, and farming is a business.
Do you think that you've been appreciated enough as farmers?
Oh, well, you know, we are still there. So maybe as time goes on, what I receive, maybe others will wish to get that, but they are not getting. So what I have now, I thank Almighty for a recognition, because nominating me from the region, I think I'm honored. It's a pleasure. Yeah.
What do you make of the national celebration every year for you to travel all the way from the north to this place? Is it worth it?
It's an experience. We've been to Kakum National Park. We've visited R&B and so many tourist sites, so many farms, so that maybe when we go back, maybe we'll also see how best we can also.
All right. So it will be interesting having a woman to speak with. Any of the women to speak with. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, what's your name?
Pachomeka Tree.
Okay, you're from saying?
You're from Victoria Acha.
Now, oh yeah, Ekwejuma.
Pachomi.
And then I would do an
fish.
Okay, where do I have fishing? I have fishing.
Pachomi fish Savannah region.
Oh, okay. And there our bahe, and then our person will catch Ghana for you.
Oh, dear me, person me catch Yemi, Wahabe. Say, me share me and Munyan say, Mama, Omu Yen and I Yuri and Huna, Edumano, Yen Naefe, they met me a control one. Saying and I am fire whom Jim, Nedumano and Yeduma, Yen and I Yena, Etimutum. Yemi walk catch me and
Nama a chin will show me a pumuno, and Namano a swati, any idea, then you beya, the Benyan Baby were people.
A swati. Na nyinyi say edu sa emre bi wo ho na akofom so esa bedu emre bi nso a na asamba nyinyi yemfa ne say nyame nhihye e wo mre a eba na e wo mre nso a ekofom ti nyinyi na ye bede awrade ase say emre wo ho a ebetimi asa nkoso to say first no.
Okay, enti ye we betire aye ema sa fish farming no aye lucrative aye akono mama fo betu aba
nyina gina yeso se de ye be somu yiye ye be somu yiye afin so de ma enam no timi kwofo mu pini se obi wo ho na omu hye DDT e wo nsuo no mo e ma enam no entimi nwu bebre ba ye nyina ye timi jai sa ne ma ne nyina ye na se de first etina ye kutamu sa I'm saying, Namano, a better cost party say first.
Na him from the Ghana, him from the Ofi.
Me free Ghana, me kura, me free so no. Me free North Tongue.
Okay, see, this woman is coming from the North Tongue and is a fish farmer. She's been sharing her experience as far as fish farming is concerned, has been encouraging the youth to get into it because it is lucrative, it's attractive, and together we can build the fishery stocks in our ocean. I have got another woman here. Good morning.
Good morning. Me bacho your friend me Asama Elizabeth.
Now, Ufri here.
Me bacho me free Brew East, Techimai.
Hey, who be the man? And akwaba.
Yeah,
Na edi adwuma pa na we.
me ba cho me so me toto fish. Me adwuma pa no.
Na fish na otutu no unya no ye tilapia na say catfish and madfish.
Me ba cho fish no. Me ba cho me toto fish, catfish. Tilapia me ton the flesh. Me toto salmon. Me toto redfish. Me toto opa. Oche emane. E o techi man. Ye trem ye de bi kodwa e won kransa. Ye kwa atebubu. Ye kwa nkentampo. Ye kwa wanchi. Ye kwa sampa. Ye san to go techi man dwom.
Ene enam adwuma no sika be wom ana.
Oh, ye betimi aka say ye. Because eno ana ye nso ye. Ye de boa nkwala na school stream. Ene ye kununom.
Na de mboa na wo hia e wo sa adwuma ya wo ye amane tumpon na akosoro.
Sesi ade de hia ne se na ye pese ye ka cha ban se nka ye nam no bo wo so wonte so na ye hu se sebe nya ban ne kra nam no nti de se adwuma ne koma ban na e be ye din kakra nti de ye se ne se ahoto oven no omma e bia wo kese no mo ye adwuma eja ne so eja ho fia no pakosi anwumre nti ye se ahoto oven no omo ntimi maka ne nyina anya ban kan ba ye be fa bi na aban so fa bi na omo aye sa kwan ne so
na ya ahoto oven
me ba cho ane asa adwuma na edin tu fro bi so ma ye kra ne ye ne den but ahoto de hu se boa yen ama adwuma ne ye no ne den no ba fom.
Okay, thank you very much. So this is an awardee who has been sharing her experience with us. She basically has been explaining what she does. Fish, she does works on some fish, selling them, tilapia, catfish, and what have you. But they are gradually changing from the way they grill the fish into the ahoto oven, the new technology that has been introduced, so that they will get a lot of people to work with them. He said that the old method does prevent people from working with them because they have to stand near the fire or by the fire all day, and it affects them, and so people want to shy away from that kind of practice. Let's see what we would be able to find here. You see some of the awards here. This is the Certificate of Insurance, the 2021 National Best Farmer, second runner-up, 200,000 life insurance package. We have other packages as well, and so these are some of the awards, the medals that will be put around the necks of these awardees. And it's been interesting here, but I have got the Miss Agriculture 2021. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Of all the pageants in the world, why did you choose Agric?
Because Miss Agriculture Ghana is a pageant targeted at attracting young ladies into agriculture, and that is why I choose. Other beauty pageants do not focus on agriculture, and this is the only pageant focusing on agriculture.
In the campaign, you are clamoring for the youth, especially the ladies, to have interest in agri?
Yes, we are changing the status quo. We want to get more young ladies into agriculture because this sector is a very promising one and we need the youth in agriculture. Thank you.
So how many young ladies have you been able to bring into the agri sector?
So far, we have about 20 young ladies so far.
And where do you want to go from here?
From here, we want to the world at large, we want to encourage every person out there to get into agriculture, especially young ladies.
What's your name?
Randy Abam.
Okay, so what exactly are you doing as Miss Agric?
Okay, for me, I'm promoting common bean and cowpea in Ghana because initially common bean was not produced in Ghana, but due to the hard work of some of us, we are now producing common bean here. So I'm promoting common bean in Ghana.
All right, thank you very much. Let's see if we could speak with the Minister of Fisheries and Aquaculture Development and the Minister of Agric. Let's see if we could pick a word from any of them. Let's speak with Madam Hawa Kumsin, who is seated very well. Madam, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. Yourself?
I'm good. You might be very excited sitting here. We're celebrating farmers and fishermen today. Tell us what's the feeling?
As you rightly mentioned, I'm so excited, especially since my resumption as the Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture. This is the first time we are celebrating the fishers and the farmers, and I think it's a very laudable idea. We always pat at the back of our farmers and fishers. It's very exciting.
Many people are clamoring for a name change from the National Best Farmer to the National Best Farmer and Fisherman Award. What's your take on it?
Oh, I think it's good. It's laudable because you should always change your strategy of doing things. If you were the regional farmer or a rice farmer, the next time you should be the overall national best farmer. And I think if we keep doing this, it tells us that we are bringing, or there is more competition in our activities. And I think it's good.
So what will be your message to the farmers and fishermen on this day?
I say Ayuko to all of them, and they should keep the hard work, because without them, we cannot live. They have been feeding us. Everything in the country is from the farmers, and we say Ayuko to all of them. God bless them and give them the strength to continue to feed Ghanaians.
What can we do to make their work better in the ensuing year?
Oh, a lot of things are being put in the way. I mentioned the last time, and today too I'm saying that we are putting in a lot of reforms. Next year, Fisheries and Aquaculture Development, we're going to institute or start the Fish Festival. You know, it's something that other countries do celebrate. Ghana, from next year, we are going to begin celebrating the Fish Festival. And I think when we start doing all this, it will encourage them. Apart from that, this year, first of its kind, a best fish farmer is going to go home with 2-bedroom self-contained. It has never happened before. And these are some of the things we are doing to encourage them. And I believe by next year, we may come up with other items to be added to their award items too.
Thank you very much, madam. Let me pick a word from the Minister of Agric. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Well, so what is your message to the farmers and fishermen on this day?
My message is very simple. The farmers and fishers have responded very strongly to the incentives that the Akufo-Addo government is providing. We would encourage them to continue in this stead, because it's really serving the people of this country. And not only the people of this country, the people of West Africa in general, because now Ghana has become a food basket. And as we speak, we see a lot of traders from around West Africa coming here to feed on the surpluses generated by the good work of this government. And that is something very commendable. And it's because of the hard work of the farmers. And we can't take it for granted that the fact that government provides incentives, automatically the target group will respond. But in this case, in the last 5 years, farmers have responded very, very positively, and we congratulate them for that.
Okay, the president is just arriving at the podium, and so this has been our coverage of the National Farmers Day celebration that is currently taking place at the Adesada College Park. The president, there is a sign that the president is arriving at the scene, and so we will hand it over to you, Maps, for you to continue. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Richard Kojenyako. We will go back to that program later on when it begins. Now, land for farming in urban areas is a headache for many as more people continue to migrate into cosmopolitan areas, putting pressure on available land. Vegetable and fresh food growers are the ones feeling the pinch most, dealing with eviction notices as their farmlands are sold for construction of houses. As the country marks Farmers' Day today, Joy News' Justice Baidu has been to meet some of Accra's last farmers battling with estate developers and city authorities for a place to grow food.
Time was when this was a space for vegetable farms. Today, it is a built-up chain of expensive estate homes in the busy parts of Accra. Most of the people who used to farm here have left.
My name is Mohammed Awal Suleimana. We do some couple of grasses here and some local vegetables.
Awal's father came to farm on this land right by Accra's busy ring road more than 20 years ago.
I was assisting him, but now he's late, so I have taken over from where he stopped.
There are still pockets of spaces like this where farmers still find the serenity to be able to grow their crops. But analysts warn that depletion of farmlands would be a big threat for food security in a country where many people continue to move from rural areas into bigger cities like Accra.
As we are here, we don't know when we'll also be living here. Because you'll be there, they'll just give you notice to vacate the place. Maybe if they are to build, make some construction, so they move us away. So sometimes it's very hard to find a land. And as you can see, this space of land, we are many here. We are about 20-something. We are about 20 plus members that are working here. Sometimes, like the way you just find us picking the weeds and making this place tidy, they can just come tomorrow and say, we are going to build something here and we are giving you like a month to leave this place. And within that month, if this grass should grow small, they might not be customers for you to sell. So it means you are going to leave all this grass, which is money, behind and go.
Majid Ibrahim also farms a few meters away from Awal. He has recently been moved from where he used to farm when estate developers suddenly showed up one day.
There are no available lands in Accra now. We are 27 farmers sharing this small space. If we had land, we could do.
Unlike the vegetables, you can't go to north to bring vegetables here. They will all dry on the way. So the vegetables are all taken from here. The women, they depend on us. They don't buy any vegetables from anywhere. They come.
Awal says he and his friends have consistently asked for help with secured land from the Agric Ministry and have not had any. Justice Baidu, Joy News, Accra.